guys, it's Mrs. Johnson. Wanted to walk everybody through how to request your courses for next year. We will be doing this in the computer lab throughout the month of February, so definitely wanted to review the process with all of you. Wanted to share with you guys some new expectations that we have for this, fill in all those gaps, and also give you some time to think about what your schedule should be for next year in terms of the classes that you have to take for graduation and the classes that you want to take as electives. So if we are at the PTSE first webpage, we're going to click on high school. Then we're going to click on Harmony. And once you've logged in to Harmony with your username and password, you're going to be at this screen. And if I'm Brandon Gabris, and thank you, Brandon, for letting me use your name for this example, then I'm going to go to Course Request. So you can see right here that I have my course requests, and now I can start to request the classes that I want to take for next year. You should all have a sheet with you that lists the requirements for Indiana's diploma types, as well as a space for you to start to fill in your schedule for both semesters as well. So kind of using this to refer to for Core 40 and the additional requirements for Core 40 with academic honors and technical honors, let's kind of walk through what an example might be. So if I'm Brandon and I'm a junior, I'm going to be scheduling myself for senior year. And you know by looking at those requirements that you need 8 semesters or 4 entire years of English. So again, you can see that I have those 3 choices for English. I have English 12, I have English 12 Advanced, which again is just a more accelerated class and helps you in terms of college readiness. Or if you've already taken the Honors English in 11th grade, you'd be taking it again in 12th grade. So this is Honors English, okay? So again, I know I have to take English both terms. So I'm going to select the same English class for both terms. Term 1, Term 2, Semester 1, Semester 2, okay? Now let's say that I am done with my 6 required classes that I need for math. And I choose not to take a math class my senior year. I can do that. Or if I need to take a math class, I can do that as well. And you can see again, these are the choices that you have for math your senior year. Again, for the other grades, you're going to be wanting to look at those mathematics requirements. So for example, if you're a freshman and you've already taken algebra and you need to take algebra 2 next year to get those 2 credits for algebra 2, then you'd be picking algebra 2 for that. And your drop box is going to look a little bit different, okay? For social studies, as a senior, you need to take 1 semester each of economics and 1 semester each of government. Now, in order for Harmony to be able to balance out the class sizes, since these classes are 1 semester each, put both of those under best fit. Then Harmony will know to balance out the class sizes and will put you simply in economics 1 semester and government another semester at random. Science. Let's say that I needed another year of science for my requirements. And let's say I need earthspace science, just as an example. I'll put that in for the full year. If I'm taking it for a full year, then I'm just going to do term 1 and I'm going to do term 2. Okay? Best fit is only for those classes that are only a semester. Okay? I wouldn't need PE, health, I may have that done. So now I'm down to picking my electives. And you all know that you have 7 classes in a semester. How many classes am I taking right now each semester? I can go back and I can count. 1, this would be 2, 1 semester each. And then the full year verse-based science is 3. So I have 4 electives that I can choose from. That's very exciting. Here's what we're going to want you to do. Again, this is a course request, as you can see right here. So again, it's a request. Simply because you tell us what classes you want to take does not guarantee that every class will be on your schedule. You're requesting this. But we do want to do our best here in guidance to give you the classes that you want the most. So when we receive your course requests, what's really going to help us, especially with your electives, is if you list them in order of your preference. What would be your first choice for an elective, second choice, and you see that you have up to 4 electives that you can choose from. Okay? So let's say I know I need to be in band. I've been in band all 4 years. I need to be in band. That's a non-negotiable. I need that up there. Okay? Then I would pick term 1 and term 2 for band as my very first choice of elective. Okay? And typically, if you're in choir or band, that's not an issue. You're in that. We usually don't have issues with that. Okay? Let's say that I need to take another year of foreign language to be in line with maybe the college I want to go to, what I want to major in. I need to get that in. So maybe I would put French 2 as an example for my second choice, my second preference. Maybe I'm interested in an art class. It doesn't have to be on my schedule as much as the other 2, the band and the French, but I'd like to take that too if I have room. So maybe I'm choosing ceramics and sculpture. That's what I'd like to take if it's available, okay? But it's not as high of a preference as the other 2. And let me see if I can fill in one more. I've never taken business. I think I might be interested in doing that someday in college or as a career, so I'll put that down too. Okay? What this is going to do, because you listed it in order of your preference, is it's really going to help us. For example, if we can't get you into one elective, then we know what your next choice would be, and we'll try to go down to 3 and put you in that one, and so on and so forth. So that's why that's really important that you list it in the order of your preference. And then you'll make sure that you have 7 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for this person, for Brandon, it looks like, you know, he needs 7 classes. The odds of him getting all 7 of these classes are pretty decent because we've got to put him in 7 classes. Sometimes this just can't work with other classes you have to take. And you see that sometimes we have to give you a study hall because this can't all fit. But at least we know, and we'll try our very best to get you into all 7 of these classes. Let's say that Brandon still had to take a math class. Let's say that he chose to take pre-calculus. Okay? Now, he has 8 classes on his schedule. He's not going to get 8 classes. He's only going to get 7 classes. But again, by listing as many electives as possible to do and in order of preference, at least we can see, okay, we definitely are not going to give him all 4 of these electives, but let's see if we can give him 3 of these. And we'll make band the priority first, French the priority second, ceramics the priority third. But we know if one of these can't fit, then we just go on down the line and try to do the next one. Okay? So it's really important, especially with your electives, that you list as many as you possibly can and you put them in your order of preference. Okay? You won't press submit until Ms. Hernandez and I in the computer lab kind of review things. We look at your 4-year plan for you and we say, yep, you're good to go. It's okay. What we're going to ask you to do by watching this video, after watching this video, is to look at your requirements, think about what you've already taken, think about what diploma track that you're on, and start to list the classes that you think or know that you need to take next year, first semester and second semester. If you have any questions that you want to ask us when we do schedule you in the computer lab in February, write those down on the back of the sheet. That way you'll remember to ask us. We're going to strongly encourage you to hold on to this sheet and bring it with you when it's scheduling day. That way you can look at this right away, you can put in your things, you can plug it in and chug it, and it will make the process all that much easier for you, for us, and for all of us, and a much more positive experience. We want you guys to have as much say and much buy-in with the scheduling process as much as possible. We want you to be as part of it as much as possible, because this is your schedule, this is your life, and really your schedule should be aligned with your future goals. So we want you to be a big part of this process, okay? Just so you're aware, a couple of things. Our goal this year is going to be to get to you your final schedule by the beginning of May. Our goal is for you to have your schedule before the school year ends, not during the summer. Why do we want to do that? We want you guys to know it further in advance. We want the beginning of the year to be as smooth as possible for you guys. Coming back in, you already know what you're doing, you already know your schedule, you can just go right in and do it. Okay? Here's a couple things though. Schedule changes. You get your final schedule at the beginning of May and want to make some changes. You will only be allowed to change your schedule under the following conditions. If there's a gap in your schedule, for example, we only put you in 6 classes for some reason. That's a gap. We need to fill in another class. That's allowed. If you're missing a class that you need to graduate, especially if you're a senior, and for some reason we didn't put you in government, or it just slipped through, or you forgot to request it, or Harmony goofed up, we would allow that. We need you to have your classes to graduate. If you don't have the prerequisite for a class, so for example, if we put you in painting, but you never took 2D or 3D art, which is a prerequisite of that, then we need to change that too. Or if you already have credit for that class and you're in it again for some reason, you took French 2 last year and you're in French 2 again, we would need to change that too. It's really important that when you request your classes using Harmony, that you are very specific and intentional and really think about what you want to take, especially those electives, because you will not be able to come back at the end of the school year and say, I changed my mind, I want to be in fitness instead of weights and aerobics, or I want to do for example, business instead of accounting. If you never requested that to begin with, you're not going to get it after the fact. So again, list up to 4 electives. List as many as you think you might want to take as possible. But just know if you didn't request it, we will not give it to you after the fact. Okay? And again, just as a reminder, just because you requested 4 electives doesn't mean you will guarantee be getting all 4 electives. We will do our best to give you as many as possible that can fit into your schedule. If you do have any questions or concerns, I do want you to always feel like you can come and see Ms. Hernandez or I to get those things addressed. Hopefully this was very helpful. Have a great day.